All right, so I'm not in the best of moods today. Didn't have the greatest night last night. Nigga got robbed, and the police laughed at me. But we'll continue. We'll keep trucking. We'll keep it moving, um, and everything's gonna be all right. So before I found out I got robbed, Donald Trump bombed Iran, 3 different locations. Shit is real. And we're gonna watch his speech and see what the fuck he said.
With Monday.com's intuitive work management platform, you have
No ads on. This whole area is a no ads on. Trump just be doing shit, bruh. I tell you, bruh, that's why I'm glad I never went to the military.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime: Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success.
I don't think any military bomb should be clarified or classified as a spectacular success. And I also think that when presidents and politicians do shit like this, instead of bombing countries, how about we let them niggas squabble or shoot each other?
Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier.
Bro, he's talking a lot of shit, bro. Oh my God, bro, he's talking a lot of shit.
For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of
This is the longest I've ever listened to Donald Trump, bro. It's really just ticking me off.
which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel, and God bless America.
They love calling on God at moments like this, bruh. General Dan Kane, this is the guy supposed to do the speech. General Dan Kane. General Dan Kane. Dan Kane. Okay, all right, let's see. All right, so this is the guy supposed to detail what happened and how we bombed Iran.
I have been using the...
Remember, this is no ad zone.
Friday into Saturday morning, a large B-2 strike package comprised of bombers launched from the continental United States. As part of a plan to maintain tactical surprise, part of the package proceeded to the west and into the Pacific as a decoy, a deception effort known only to an extremely small number of planners and key leaders here in Washington and in Tampa. The main strike package, comprised of 7 B-2 Spirit bombers, each with 2 crew members, proceeded quietly to the east with minimal communications.
7 bombers, two people each bomber, hit 3 parts of Iran. It's the largest B-2 operation in history. What the fuck? This is new.
We want to bring in now Fox News contributor and former Secretary.
Ex-Trump official warns of slightly heightened risk for Americans. Great. Fucking great.
Secretary of State Mike Pompeo. Mr. Secretary, thank you for getting up early. If you will, just your reaction to what has transpired and to put into context for us, how significant of an operation, of a moment is this?
Well, good morning. It's a very significant operation. Our military did indeed, as President Trump said, carry out an operation that there's no other country in the world could do. That's been years and years in the making, but the folks who were flying last night were brave and capable and clearly delivered on their mission, and every American should be incredibly proud of that and thankful for them. As for what resulted, the world is safer today, and you were asking earlier, what do the Gulf Arab states think this morning? I am confident that they too are safer. So this was important not only for Israel and for the Gulf Arab states, but to keep the United States of America safe as well. President Trump, I served with him for 4 years. For a decade now, he's been very clear. They're not going to get a nuclear weapon in Iran. And this is just a further manifestation of his commitment to that over a long period of time. And last night, he executed a mission that was righteous and decent and important and will keep us all safer.
Mr. Secretary, you say the world is safer today, and I understand the logic there, but...
That's what I was thinking about. Like you said, the world.
I mean, I think it's reasonable to say that the service members stationed in the Middle East probably aren't safer today. Do you have any prediction on what Iran's retaliation might look like if they would target capabilities as opposed to troops or anything like that?
No, that's a good point. Look, it's always hard to put your own soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines' lives at risk. I remember when we took the Soleimani strike, we were very worried and had done a ton of work to keep folks at Al Assad Air Base and our other facilities in the Middle East safe. I'm confident that the administration has taken those protections as well. Make no mistake about it, the Iranians could come after that, but President Trump has set the course, right? He has said, you're not going to have a nuclear weapon, and if you come after an American, we're going to wreak absolute hell on you. I think the Iranian regime is thinking through that in the same way they did after we took out General Soleimani. While we had some soldiers injured, their response was relatively weak, and they are even in a far weaker place. Their capabilities today.
Bro, somebody dying is not, I would hate relatively weak, and you like blew niggas' legs and arms off. Oh my God, bro. I don't know shit about politics, man, but we gotta listen to the Iran dude. He's pissed.
AI development is accelerating, Faster launches, tighter loops. But here's the truth. Engineering is only part of the story.
Y'all see this shit? Oh, Istanbul. Oh, fuck, bruh. I was out there, too. Iran. I'm going to Russia. We'll meet Putin. U.S. behavior threatens peace. So he's basically going to tell Daddy, going to tell Russia, hey, bruh, let's fuck up the U.S. And that's not okay, bruh. I hope Russia ain't going, bruh.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, he speaks English. We don't even need a translator.
I'm so glad to be with you this morning. Actually, we invited you yesterday for a briefing on the latest developments on the ground and, of course, on diplomatic process. Because I came here from Geneva, where we had our first ministerial meeting of Iran E3, and then I had here yesterday lots of useful, important meetings with the foreign ministers of our region, and we discussed about different initiatives and ideas existed for a peaceful settlement of this question. But as all of you know, we suddenly faced with the aggression by American forces to our nuclear facilities. The Islamic Republic of Iran condemns.
I'm actually texting somebody I went to Turkey with, and I didn't realize how close Turkey is to Istanbul, and because I see Istanbul in the back, and I just visited there not too long ago, and I'm not really sure if they fuck with us or not.
In the strongest terms, the United States' brutal military aggression against Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities. It is an outrageous, grave, and unprecedented violation of the fundamental principles of the Charter of the United Nations and international law. The warmongering and lawless administration in Washington is solely and fully responsible for the dangerous consequences and far-reaching implications of its act of aggression. The U.S. military attack on the territorial integrity and national sovereignty of a UN member state carried out with genocidal Israeli regime, carried out in collusion with the genocidal Israeli regime, has once again revealed the extent of the United States' hostility towards the peace-seeking people of Iran, who will never compromise over their independence and sovereignty. The Islamic Republic of Iran continue to defend Iran's territory, sovereignty, security, and people by all means necessary against not just US military aggression, but also the reckless and unlawful actions of the Israeli regime. While President Trump was elected on a platform of putting an end to America's costly involvement of forever wars in our part of the world, he has betrayed not only Iran by abusing our commitment to diplomacy, but also deceived his own voters by submitting to the wishes of a wanted war criminal.
Betrayed their voters, bro. They know we don't fuck with Trump, man. Well, a lot of us, but they voted for him, so.
grown accustomed to exploiting the lives and wealth of American citizens to further the Israeli regime's objectives. The U.S. act of aggression against Iran's peaceful nuclear facilities constitutes not only a flagrant breach of the UN Charter, especially the prohibition of the use of force under Article 2, Paragraph 4.
He said the UN Charter, so I'm trying to see who's all comprised of the United Nations. I ain't listening in school, sorry.
And the obligation to respect the state's territorial integrity and sovereignty, but also a violation of UN Security Council Resolution 2231. It cannot be emphasized enough how much of a devastating blow that the US, a permanent member of the Security Council, has dealt to the global non-proliferation regime. The Islamic Republic of Iran reminds the United Nations, the Security Council, the UN Secretary General, the International Atomic Energy Agency, and other relevant international bodies of their duty and responsibility to take urgent and decisive action in response to this breach of international law. Silence in the face of such...
All right, bro, he's pissed. And he's going to meet up with Putin. That's what this one says, so... we just got to wait and see, man. Trump makes it seem like it's a big deal that they bomb places. They're prime nuclear spots. I don't know what to say, bro. I'm just here doing my best job at trying to report it. May God be with us. I hope no casualties die really anywhere, especially here. I'm biased because I'm in America, but I'm not very fond of this right now, and it does feel like Bush all over again. And I pray to God there's not another terrorist attack, whether it seems like something we do to ourselves or something somebody else does to us. Y'all please be safe and have a good day.